Last year, a friend of mine was getting a small business set up doing ghost walks of an abandoned Victorian mental asylum called Cane Hill. The amount of legalities involved caused it to be a long winded process that sadly never came to fruition. Perhaps this was for the best. Due to the state of the building, only certain parts could be used for his planned ghost walk. Fires set by local louts had destroyed some parts, and other parts were unsafe structurally, which was a shame, as some really interesting areas were off limits. However, some of the wards and patient rooms were very much fine, albeit it overgrown and in some state of disrepair. I've never been one for the paranormal, and the hospital didn't freak me out. Ironically, my friend, the Ghost Walk tour guide, was creeped out by the place and wouldn't go there alone. I was admittedly taking the piss out of him a lot for it. Basically, every time we went there, I would make him jump or freak him out, and pretend to be possessed, or tell him I could hear voices, etc. One evening, I got him worse than I had done before. I hid underneath a bed just as he turned his back. He genuinely thought something had spirited me away and near enough wet himself. When I revealed myself to him, I felt bad. He had tears in his eyes. He then challenged me to spend a few hours that evening in the hospital, alone, betting that I couldn't. I accepted. I'm terrible for betting. It got to be about 6 p.m. and it was rapidly getting dark, and Tom, my friend, was leaving. "Try not to shit your pants too much tonight, gay boy," he said before getting into his car. "Yeah, bye. Try not to shit your pants at every little noise you hear," I replied. He smirked as he drove off, and I made my way back inside. I had a near fully charged phone with me, good signal both for calls and internet, so I was relatively happy. It got to be about 8 p.m. All had been quiet when I heard a voice croak, "Hello," from somewhere in the room. Admittedly, I near enough shat myself. I froze in place. "Hello," it croaked again. Uh, hello?" I replied. "What are you doing here?" it said. The voice contained a hint of threat. I was still pretty much shitting myself, and then I noticed it. A small intercom panel on the wall opposite me. Above head level, but in the direction the voice was coming from. That fucker, I thought to myself. I was impressed. Tom was clearly testing this out for his tours. I thought I'd play along. No doubt he had invented some insane character to freak me out with. And in all fairness, he was trying to develop a genuine experience for his business, and I wanted him to succeed. Me and Tom began conversing. He told me how he had recently raided a house and kidnapped the entire family and had brought them to the asylum to operate on them. I then heard another voice, a woman. She sounded scared and was begging for mercy. I was genuinely unsettled. Tom had outdone himself and had even gone as far as hiring voice actors. Then the operations and rapes began. The man gave a gruesome, detailed account of what he was doing to each family member. His account was broken by their screams and cries for help. It was only when he started talking about defiling the corpse of a child that I told him to just stop. It was too much and people wouldn't want to hear it. He went silent and didn't say another word. I tried talking a couple of times, but got nothing. I think I'd hurt Tom's feelings. I could tell he had tried hard with the character, and necrophilia aside, he'd done a good job. Morning came around, and I found myself waking up, not realizing I had drifted off. What woke me was the sound of a car approaching. I made my way out front to find Tom there, arms crossed with a skeptical look on his face. "Scary time," he said. "Oh, terrifying, you crazy bastard," I responded. He gave me a funny smile, and we went inside the ward. "Oh, as good as you were," I started. "I spotted your intercom straight away. Might want to try actually hiding it when you are guiding people around." "Intercom? What the fuck are you on about? Were you doing drugs last night?" "Ah, don't play stupid with me, Tom. Your psycho character that talked to me all night through that intercom there," I said, pointing. Tom walked over to it and examined it up close. "Mate, this is a vent to the next room,"